Hi, my name is Lori Younger. I'm with Pixelist Photography, and today's video tutorial is on how to edit ears when you've got backlighting like this. You can see it's very bright, orangish, reddish. Doesn't really look very good, but it's very typical when you have a backlit image like this. So first thing that I'm going to do is grab the hue saturation layer, go up to where it says master, and select reds because that's the color that we want to adjust. We're going to grab this top hue slider, slide it all the way to the right or left, and you're going to see the color shift happen. Wherever there is red colors, you're going to see that color shift happen. Scroll down so we can see our bar down here. Now this top bar shows us what area is being affected, what color hues are being affected by this change that we did, the shift we did up here. So right now it's got the red selected and then fading off to the oranges and yellows, because you see the second bar out here, that's where it fades from definitely change to changing less and less and less. And then same thing over here, it's fading out as it gets to the really brighter reds and stuff. So we want to look at our image and see what areas are affected and where we want affected. And we're going to just slide these bars because we've got too much yellow orange affected that we don't want to change, and you just watch the areas that are selected that are funky looking turn back to normal, which means they're no longer selected. And if we click back and forth using the eye on the layer, you can see the areas that are being changed and the areas that are not. And so once we have the areas highlighted that we want changed, then we can come back up to the hue slider, move it back to the middle, and then we got to decide, do we want to move it right or left? I already know because I've done this plenty that we want to move it to the right, but what you can do is you can look at this hue bar at the top and see that the orange and yellow is to the orange and red, however, is to the right of the yellow. And so we're going to take this slider and move it to the right because we want the oranges and the reds to move more to the orangish yellows, which is closer to normal skin tones. So we're going to slide it this way. And then if you go too far, you're going to notice it looking really yellow and orange and funky. So we're going to move it back a bit. Usually around 10 or so is enough. And the other thing that you can do is, since it's really bright, and those are usually the folds where the ear folds in and should be more shadowed, is you can take the lightness slider and just move it down. You don't want to move it too far, but play with it, see what looks good for you. And you can also play with the saturation, but I don't usually like to adjust the saturation too much. Now that we have that done, you can click on the eye, turn it off and on, and you can see that we have got a few other areas that we might not want to have changed. And so what you can do is you can just simply use your mask. You can either fill it with black and then add the ears back in, or simply paint the black on the areas that you didn't want affected, because black will hide the layer and white will reveal the layer. Now you can use the same technique for other things, like when you have color casts. We actually have a little bit of a color cast going on the side of his face right here from the grass that's below him. He's tilting his head a little bit more towards it, so that's why it's coming up that way. So we can do another hue saturation layer. Click on master and scroll down to greens. And now I did put this on a new hue saturation layer. You could put it on the old one, but this allows me more flexibility if I want to fade it out by lowering the opacity or making other changes to it where I know it's not going to affect this change that I did for this area. Plus I can select just this area if I want to do more distinct masking and stuff. So I've got it selected to greens. I'm going to move this to the side, and note it's not really showing any difference in the color. And the problem is it's kind of greenish, but it's still kind of orangish, yellowish orangish as well, because it's got the skin tones mixed in with it. But if we move the slider over, you'll see it's starting to show that funky coloring from the green. Now again, you can fade it by moving the slider out a little bit. So just play to get it to look nice. If it's too harsh of a line from one color to the other, it's going to look really kind of funky when it's done editing. So we want to go from these green tones to a little bit more yellowish orangish. So we want to shift this one to the left a little bit, and you can see that green just disappear. And again, if there was any areas that were affected that you didn't want to be changed, just simply use the black to paint it out. But overall, that image is looking a lot better. Now I see, oh, he's got a bit of yellow in his ears. Maybe we want to work on the yellow in the ears. Again, another hue saturation layer. Hit the wrong button. Hit master. And then yellows. Shift it to the side to see where it's affecting. It's affecting a lot of the areas that we want, and maybe some that we don't. So we can play with the sliders a bit. And then we're going to bring this back to the middle. And we want to move it over to the side to make it a little bit more red and get rid of the bright yellow. And so we might want to even play with a slider and make it darker or brighter because of the other darker areas, and the ears are not usually a smooth color. We don't want it to blend too much, so we might make that a little bit brighter. So we're going to scroll down here just so I can show you the difference. There's our before and our after. I could tweak it a little bit more to make it more perfect or do more masking. One of the benefits of using this technique is because you're selecting the colors that you want to change. Usually you don't have to do much, if any, masking. So it's a great technique. You can even use it for somebody who has acne, so that you can select the bright red spots on their face, and you can shift the hue a little bit, desaturate a little bit, adjust the lightness a little bit, and play to see what best matches their skin tone. And it helps to remove just those bright red blemishes instead of changing the whole skin. So this is a great little technique. It saved me a lot of time since I've learned it, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. Have a great day.